Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, evening, wherever you might be in the world. Welcome aboard Flying with Mike. For us in the States, a lot of people shouting for joy while they're still very tired as we've sprung the clocks forward an hour. So instead of being +6 GMT, which makes it so easy here in the Central Time Zone, we're now +5. Oh, or is it -5? However the heck it works. We're just 5 hours behind, so I guess it would be -5. Who knows? I always get it wrong. I just know the way on the clock to look. But folks, we are here out at MidAmerica Airport yet again for yet another run. However, we're going to start off in a different way. I zoomed out, basically, so that we could zoom in over the town of Mascoutah, which this airport, for the most part, is in. Over here is the Scott Air Force Base side. Those of you with the military may be familiar with it. Transcom and Air Mobility Command, Communications Command, a couple of others that totally escape my mind right now. They're all over there, so that gives you an idea there. And then where I work is this half of the airport called MidAmerica Airport, and that's where Allegiant flies out. Ah, you're doing yours? In 2 weeks, there, the Big Mac says, so we will be 5 again. Oh, well, it always makes it fun because I can't figure out how to make X-Plane gain the hour, so lose the hour. See, Springport gain the hour. So it's actually still showing the old standard time, 10:25 local here. So let's start progressing this in and find our airplane, shall we? It says that and it won't start. So as we're zooming in over the town, yeah, we're getting ready to move the headquarters from where we're located on the western side of town over to the eastern side. So as we zoom in, I'm actually going to be maybe a couple minutes closer. But anyway, close to where the cursor is right now, that's the passenger terminal. Next ramp over is cargo ramp, which Boeing has. And then the general aviation on the end there. And like I said, behind us now is Scott Air Force Base. So we're zooming in as we speak to our aircraft sitting on the ramp in Gate 1. So today, we're going to make that wish that we make it to Sanford, one of the big airports Allegiant operates out of. You got Vegas, which not sure if they're headquartered there or if they're headquartered in Sanford, but a lot of flights come out of those two destinations for Allegiant. They go all over the place, and we being one of them from both of those, by the way. Today we're headed to Sanford, like I said. So tail number November 218, sitting in Gate 1, like I said. This is going to be changing as well. Granted, I mean, this is not a bad rendition for MidAmerica Airport. It's got more of a Lambert look to it with the big domes on top, but coming off this end here soon will be more terminal and another gate. Oh, excuse me. But for now, we are sitting in the gate. with the Make-A-Wish aircraft. That is November 218. We're all chalked up. We got the external power on. Let's hop up into the office and see what kind of damage we can do today on this flight. So this is the Flight Factor A320. Now, if you're interested in getting one, information is coming up right now for you. That link will get you to it. So before we get through the powering up and all of that, let's take a look at this flight plan, get us rolling here. Sim Toolkit is always our best tool for that, if you will. And there it is. Hang on a second. I want to change something up here. Why is it? Ah, that's why. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, next time it'll do it right. All right, so looking at Sim Toolkit, you get an idea of where we're flying down to Florida, folks. Snow still hugging up north, but we're heading south. So flight plan is right here, also right here. Basically direct Centralia, then on to Nashville. Grab the J73 to Lima Golf Charlie, to Yes, to Big D, to Shrek 2. Can't imagine why Shrek would be the name of a standard arrival. Might be something to do with Pixar, maybe. Could be. Considering it is, like my email said, folks, Mickey World. That makes all the sense in the world. Plus Universal's there. Those Harry Potter fans and other big Universal, the Back to the Future and all, that's all down there, folks, in Orlando. So that's where we're headed. Loadout, we've got 169 passengers wanting to see Mickey. About 500 kilograms of cargo, so that'll put us at 14,696 kilograms. Bear with me 1 second. 696, just in case that needs to come up again. All right. So there's our fuel out of here, 8211. Cost index 42, and we're going for an altitude of 37,000. So gives you a quick rundown on the flight. A lot of the fixes here. We are aiming for 9 left, which is a 11,000 foot runway there in Sanford. So, but for now, let's go ahead and get things rolling here, shall we? All right, so we need to power up. So what I'm going to do, and hope this doesn't get in the way. If it does, we'll get rid of it. Nope. Where did I put them? Here. All right, so there we go. All right, so let's get this bird powered up, shall we? All right, so ground power, we all know. Well, let's take a look at it. Slide this out of the way. Okay, so we got ground power on. We have the chocks on. While we're here, let's go ahead, switch to gate. Get the door open. Go to the cargo. Get those opened. And we'll call up the fuel truck. We'll get into all of that here in a minute. But for now, we need to get powered up. Okay, so ground power is on. All right, so we're going to move now to the thrust. Okay, so what I do is work bottom up. So parking brakes on, speed brakes are down, flaps are up, Engine mode selectors normal. Master switches for each engine off. Throttles move. Radar, which is not on there, is in the off position. Okay, now we're going to kind of be getting in the way of ourselves here. Gear levers down, no lights. Well, wait. No lights because there's no power yet. And then up to the top, the wipers located right here and here are off. Okay, so we got 27.5, 27.9. That's good. Okay, let me get you to where we are. We're in the power up, so we got the batteries on. Let's get her on external. Okay, that's still a little loud. Okay, overhead lighting. Well, I'm going to get these. That way we can fuel. And overhead lighting looks good. And hang on, I'm going to try so you can see them brightening. Okay. Okay, and then finally here in the middle. Okay. All right, so we got all our lights set up. All right, so now we're to the EFB. What I'm going to do is just do this for now. And with Sim Toolkit, actually, yeah, Sim Tool, well, just have Sim Toolkit up. Okay, so fuel-wise, 8211, we've got the fuel truck out there. You got to have that, folks, to load it. Set. Passengers. 169. Cargo. As you can see, I work on the bottom. Set. Okay, so all of those are set. So now we'll come up here, make sure numbers match. 0 fuel weights 57538. 57538, 8212. That's good. We're looking good. Set. All right, the other thing I want to run through, oil looks good. Hydraulics are good. They're off, obviously. And we look good here. All right, turn that off. And while we're here, All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to bring that back up. Okay, so APU fire check. Got a master caution. APU fire showing. That's good. Okay, we'll come down, hit the start. Back down to here. This will switch to APU. We're looking for flap open. There's our flap open indication. And we're starting. And we'll just watch it here. It takes just about a minute or so to fire up, actually. And we don't get a good start up here. Oh, that was a pretty good startup sound. Okay, let me get APU back up here. Okay, so as the checklist says, we need 110 volts to 116. We're showing 115. And so that means we're good. We'll go to bleed. Let's warm the plane up a little bit. Okay, we're getting up there pretty quick. As soon as we get warmed up here, folks, cockpit's warmed up. And what I'm looking for, folks, is for it to get around 20 to 25. Okay, we'll get up here, turn them back down a little. Okay, we're ready to board passengers. Okay, as you can see, we've got some steps to do here. Now, I've already turned. Actually, I need this on 2. And I'll show you here. Nav 1, Nav 2, we ran on Nav 1 the last flight with this plane. Today, I want to run on the second one so the lights get the same usage in case there's a problem. Okay, and let's get the emergency lights on. All right, so coming up.
Yes, Captain, we are waiting for your instruction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, going through here. Okay. Okay, there's our on-bat indication, so we're good. Again, strobes we set to auto. That way when we take off, if we forgot to move them to on, they come on. Seatbelts, we also got our nav lights on. Seatbelts and no smoking. At this time, we'll keep the seatbelt off. Let's see, emergency lights on. Lights are set the way we want. Auto. Looking to make sure everything is set properly. Fuel pumps. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing for the engines. Okay, fire. Fire, fire. Engine fire there. Now, we do get an indication down here under the appropriate engine. Okay. Let's do the same thing for the second one. Okay, good audible lights, indicator, indication. All right. There's where it was. I was looking for that last flight. How to pull the throttle out to show it to you. Okay, back up top. Okay, with the engine fire. Okay, so we got a couple more. Let's look over here. Wipers, everything's guarded. Off, off, off. Go middle. And we're good here. Got a couple more checks here. Main pedal, panel, and pedestal. So now we're down here. Kind of move this off. Okay, so we got our 3 green. All our panels are looking good. FMC, anti-skid is on. Nose wheel steering on. FMCs are on. Let's get our radios set. We are on VATSIM, so 122, oops, 800. Okay, and then over here, another Unicom. And okay. Finally, we come down to TCAS. But while we're at the radios, make sure to turn that microphone on, folks. Otherwise, when you talk, you will not be heard. And then this switch, let me see, make sure, Sim Toolkit's in the way, I'll bet. No, it's not. Good. Hawker 125, welcome aboard. Orb 505, welcome in. That's great. And the bizarrest thing I'll see this year, Elon Musk and offered Putin to a one-on-one fight. The winner decides the future of Ukraine. Very strange indeed there, Orb 505. It's very strange. Yeah, Hawker 125, yeah, you better hide under your desk. We're flying a scare bus today. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure everything was visible for you. Right here, this switch needs to be on, and you can keep this on standby till we're ready to go. Finally, we're at to the Mudu. And with that, let's come back up. Whoops, here we go. Punch it out. If you need to come back to this page for some reason, data, aircraft status puts you there. Okay, and we're going to the initialization page. We did not get to the flight put in beforehand, so we'll get that right now. Okay, SFB. Okay, flight number for today, Mac. Actually, let's go with the real one. AAY. Oh, I came very close to doing the famous Mickey Mouse Club theme. AAY. Those of you not familiar with it, that's why I did. 2482. However, our call sign today on this will be MAC 0572. Cost index 42. Okay, I just need to move move this over. There we go. 42. Cruise altitude. Hang on, I'm going to double check one item down here. 37. Okay, so 370 slash. Okay. I don't know the tropo, so it'll stay. Winds will request. Initialize the IRS. Align on ref. Confirm. And it's doing its thing. Alright, so let's move the arrow over. Okay, and let's click wait request. 57.5. Oh, we are right on to 7.8, 8.2. Looks good. Gonna have about 2 hours, 2.1 hours of extra fuel. Now, there was a way. He put the alternate in here, and I don't know how they did that. It may not be modeled here in Flight Factor, but we got this part done. Alright, so we've cost index next, wait. Okay, so we go to the perf page. Okay, so from the perf page, our GPS is aligned, clear. Okay, that's all cleared up. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do for this part, let me pull up what I'm doing so you can see it. Would, but man, I'm making it hard on myself. Oh. Hey, Web Gear, welcome about. How are things are in the USA? Going great. Gas is up, food's up, everything price-wise is up, and no end in sight. Probably the same up north. Bear with me 1 second. I wanted to make browser. All right. All right, so I'm gonna find my browser again. There it is. All right, so we're gonna be using this page again. So we're gonna just basically go through it and fill it out. Gross weight in kilograms is estimated 655.19. Now, if you're curious, what you can do, let's kind of swing over, see how this looks. Okay, here's, I was really hoping to get the numbers. All right, well, we'll have to go with that. It's best we're gonna do. All right, so the gross weight showing 65750. CG, of course. 26.3. One to F, no anti-ice air conditioning on. All right, MidAmerica's runway is 10,000 feet long. Heading, just had it 139. Airport elevation 459. Okay, go over here to Sky Vector. So we're looking at winds 210 at 13. Temperature 14 Celsius, and QNH 3018. Okay, so we've got all the information filled in. By the way, folks, feel free to give it a try. It's going to come up not secure, but what it's going to show you, it gives you an idea of hang on a second. Gives you an idea what your screen on the FMC should look like. Here's the FMC again. So we're going to hit calculate. All right. No guarantees that it's not going to say takeoff data. But let's take a look at one thing. Trim up 5. I'm just going to up 5. Okay, so there's a chance. Okay, so we're going to put 134. 134, 142. Okay, flaps a little off than what they're showing. 1259, 1259, we'll go with it. I don't know how accurate, but what the heck. $12.59. Okay, we're doing flap 1. See? Flexing at 58. Okay. Again, yeah, it's going to say that. All right. I think okay, so again, not the most accurate tool out there, folks. As you can see, we're still getting check takeoff information, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's remove that. And let's see who else we have here. Alrighty, so we're just moving right along here. Let's get that av tab back up. move it back over here. Okay, so we've got our flex temp in. Of course, they're telling you what to put in here to some degree. Takeoff data. So now we've got all of this entered. Let's go to F plan and let's get the routing in. We'll come back to this. So we'll start, let's see here. Where is my cheaty sheet? Okay, so BLV, departure, 14 left, insert. All right, so next up is ENL. Okay, then direct VNA. We'll go with the one 200 miles away. All right, so we are going to go via J73 to LGC. Really? Oh. Okay. Oh, that's right. This isn't legs. This is just flight plan. I'm going, where are the rest of the legs? Yes. YUESS. Big D. And that is the start of our arrival. And that'll be to 9 left. Shrek. Okay, real quick. All right, let's, what I'm going to do, let's bring up charts at this point, take a look at it. I have not seen any news there, Webgear, about any additional other than, you know, video out about what you need potentially for it. But nothing as to when 12 will come out. Of course, the speculating has begun. People are saying, well, because they're releasing this for X-Plane 12, X-Plane 12 has to be out then. Who knows? They did that with Microsoft 2020, and they were so off. So my guess it's all part of the hype. But no, I have not, to answer your question, heard a thing about 12. All right, so what we're looking for is these transitions. There's U to Z, UGMA, and IPNX. I think we're going to come in to UGMA, UGMAH. Going to insert. Look at this again on my routing. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and clear that up. I thought I cleared it up. Clear. And there's our manual. Okay, so real quick, back to F. Whoop. Don't know if I'll be able to get rid of that. Nope, didn't think so. Okay. All right. That all looks good. So the flight plan's in. We'll do a quick switch over to here, bring it up next to it, and let's get rid of the charts for a few minutes. All right, so walking through. Okay, I'm shocked. There are no fixes. Okay, so yeah, there are none. Wow. Okay, I was just really shocked there was nothing here. Yes, Big D. Shrek. Okay, everything looks good. And it's not connected because it won't let me. So back to here. And we are FMC loaded. Where does that leave us on the checklist? Okay. Flight control. Oh. Flight control unit, we put in our Q&H. Again, 3018. Okay, 3018 FD. Get these over to VOR. Nav is 20. Constraints, auto throttle. Okay, we'll set it for there. I don't think we have ATC. Let's do a refresh just to make sure. Yep, no ATC. So I am going to plan to 37,000 unless that gets changed. Oops. Okay, and folks, we are ready for pushback. Starting up ACARS. All right, we are ready to go, folks. All we got left is closing up the doors, getting rid of everything outside, pull the jetway, and push back. So just waiting for ACARS and the cabin to do what the cabin does at this point. Come on, load up. Okay, I know I put this in here, fly the bid. And I am going to okay. Seven. All right, so we're set there, except for I want to get my V speeds entered, which were one more time. because I don't think we're going to hit V1 at 71 knots. Okay. All right, so let's close you. Let's get over here real quick. I'm going to get everything closed up. Fuel truck's pulled. And we'll get better pushback.
Cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground cockpit, tow is driving up.
Okay. So the tow will be here momentarily, so we'll go ahead and start buttoning up the plane. And let's go ahead. Here comes the tug.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
All right, he's about ready, so we'll kick the beacons on, wing lights on.
Yes, sir.
Tow connected and bypass been inserted. Release parking brake. Start at pushback, and you may start engines.
And there we go, folks, pushing back. Little later than planned, but I also got started a little later than planned, so we're within that 1 hour. And by Allegiant standards, we're on time. So let's see, while we're pushing here, hope y'all are enjoying the Airbus here to Sanford. A little different place than going into Orlando International. It's kind of nice using Allegiant since that's what they do a lot. They don't go into necessarily the main airports. Oh, look at this. A catering truck is going to go through us. Funny thing, we don't have catering trucks there. So, kind of funny. All right, so there we go, folks. Final push here.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set. Let's go ahead and start them up.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by. connected and white capstan has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, let's hop up here. We're available, all stable, so let's go to number 1. Same time, we'll come over here. Okay, and with that, folks, we are started. Let's round out the ground part here with AvTab. Okay, our engines are up and running, stabilized. We can turn the APU bleed off. VATSIM 1 and 2 are on. APU master off. Okay, continuing on. Okay, nose light will come on in a second. Alright, let's come down to the middle. Brake fan right here on. Brake set to max. Weather radar. Little further. Little further. Little more. There we go. Go with number 2. Spoilers armed. We do not have PWS, sorry. That is really the only thing that works here, folks, is the on-off switch. Flaps to 1. Transponder is over to TARA. I'm going to go with all. Actually, let's go above. And we're ready for taxi. One thing I do want to do here. Get that ready for our next. Go up here. Check our surfaces. And we'll get our trim set. Pull that out so we can. Okay. Do our takeoff ready. All green, cabin ready. Here we go. MidAmerica traffic. Mac Air 572 taxiing to runway 14 left via Kilo. And there we go, folks, on the way. Okay, and while we're taxiing, Let's take a look up here, see who's joined in. All right, guys, here we go. Again, right now off to our right is the cargo area. Very rarely used right now. Early to, well, mid to late single digits of this century, 2000. We had cargo coming in and out a lot with flowers and corn seed of all things in the heartland here, but hey. All right, hang on a second, folks. And another good guide to know if you're on the center line, if you don't want to go to that tail view that I have set up. That middle cross member between the PFD and the nav display. That's a good aiming point. All right, folks, we're just about to the end. And our before takeoff checks were make sure the cabin's ready, takeoff config check completed, and we passed the test. Bear with me a second here, we're getting fast again on the taxi. MidAmerica traffic, Mac Air 572 departing runway 14 left, type Airbus 320. Okay. Got 1F on the flaps, brake fans, all set green. Here we go. Okay, we are line up and wait. All right, folks, we are lining up on the runway and getting ready for takeoff. Okay, cleared for takeoff. Get our lights on. Any other checks real quick that you all need to see? Okay, we're not going to Togo, we're going to Flex. Gear up, AP1 on, packs on. If they want them turned off, we're going to leave them on. Then once at a safe altitude, we'll go to climb, and then nose lights will leave on. Flaps to 0, spoilers will disarm, and so forth. Okay, here we go. %. Okay, 100 knots. Pulling really hard to one side.
Rotate. V2.
Uh-oh, we went into Togo.
Gear up.
Okay, I think we got things under control there. I noticed it took us to Toga, and I'm not sure why. But, obviously, my error, and I just don't know what my error was. Okay, looking up here, nothing out of the ordinary. How about a, okay, gear, positive rate, we're up. Flaps up. Off. Off. Throttle is in climb. Nose light flaps are 0. Spoilers disarmed. And like I said, brakes off at 10,000. We will. Glad I saw why were we so slow. Okay, just getting some text messages here. Sorry, folks. Here comes 10,000. So at that point, we'll turn all the lights off.
feet.
Okay, we're not worrying about seatbelts. Okay, so we're done with that. We're next up on the list will be transition into cruise, or we'll turn the seatbelts on, check the cabin, and so forth. So we can go ahead and get rid of that. There you go, folks. We are climbing out. One last check up here. Well, I can. When I get on the ground, I want to try that out if I remember. But there we go, folks. And I meant, as always, make up for it now. And folks, this is how it looks today here in St. Louis. Nice and clear. For the most part, a little bit of smattering of clouds about, but overall, beautiful day here as we get ready to make the turn over Centralia. Okay, let's hop back in the office here, folks. Getting a little wind stroke. We're about to cross ENL. Speaking of, and behind us, just since this is the area I live, that's Carlisle Lake, folks. Probably, I think, the biggest lake in Illinois, aside from Lake Michigan. I know you Chicagoites, oh my gosh, something's bigger than us. That can't be. A lot of interesting stories, backstories to what I just said. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm not getting in trouble. I would hate to have Governor Pritzker on my butt. All right, so the Make-A-Wish is headed south. Next up, Nashville. Flyby. That was not what I wanted. Let's try that again. And that's Rend Lake right there, folks. Okay, we've crossed over the transition, so set to standard. I didn't even notice we weren't in climb mode proper. Wow, we got that set. And we're now set and ready to go. Let's see what our time looks like as we're through 18,000. About an hour and 40 minutes. It might come down even more, folks, as we gain altitude. Let's get these opened up a little bit. Although I'll be totally honest, I don't think it shows. All right, so I always like looking at these, folks, just curious. Okay. We got the transponder. Oh, wait, whoa, previous. 1 unit down. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right. So there we go. We are on our way. Let's clear that. We'll set that there. All right. 113 miles roughly to top of climb. So there you go, folks. We are on our way. I just like looking at those, see what I skipped. And let's see what we can pull up here. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I'll have to try that next time. Okay. Let's leave it, where are we here? No, we're not going to leave it there. And we're not going to do that. And we'll just leave it there, because for some reason the weather isn't pulling up, and I don't know why. Let's see. Yeah, it's... Oh, wait a minute. I think it's back. Oh, the chart's back, finally. All right. Okay, so we'll leave it on that. Yeah, I've been having so much trouble with that here of late. I'm glad to see it's been restored. Let's get a little music rolling in the background. And I want to go up here. Oh, I missed one. Much, much better. Okay, there's 28,000. DNA is still 125 miles ahead, folks. So pretty good trek there to it. But again, welcome aboard. I want to thank you all for supporting us, coming out and watching. New folks, welcome in. We love new folks. Hope you all enjoy. Feel free to hit follow. It's that hard on your screen, and make sure you tab notification. It's free, folks, and all you get are emails when we go live. So that way you have an idea where we're going. And a lot of times I do put in what we're flying. So for the most part, we've got a good flight going. I think that's the Ohio River below us, but don't quote me on. Oh yeah, because there's Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley up ahead. So really beautiful lakes in Tennessee. So yeah, Nashville's just right ahead. And then from there on, folks, I'm not real savvy with the terrain below us. So, and I don't want to be like that commercial, you know, you become like your parents when you own a house. Yeah, this is like our third or fourth house we've owned. Okay. And by the way, I do like submarine novels. You have to see those commercials, folks. I think it's Geico, but don't quote. It might be Progressive. I don't know. Really corny, stupid, and yeah, that's the way commercials are. It's Tira. Welcome aboard. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Hope things are going well across the pond. Oh, nice. Milan to Cologne. I'm sure I'm pronouncing things well. Milan I might have right. Cologne? I don't know. Great flights though over there. And I'm sure ATC is loaded to the hilt for you. I'm glad to hear you're on a flight. Folks, if you are out there flying, let us know. We'd love to know that you're out giving it a try or enjoying, as I am, you know, being a seasoned pilot on both the sim. Well, I'm not seasoned in the real life. Probably scare myself if I get behind the wheel of an airplane again. It's been so long. But yeah, glad to hear that. All right, so Let's see. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, 8,000. Yeah, that puts you close to the mountains, all right. That's beautiful, and I take it Microsoft Flight Sim. X-Plane's good too. Don't get me wrong. You've all seen them. We've flown over there quite a bit. Might even kick up an airplane or two I've got hiding still in Europe. Oh, only X-Plane. Yeah, X-Plane. Do you run with Ortho Curiosity? Or not? Because the default is just fine for me. Although I've seen the Orthos on a lot of these. Wow. Good to hear. Default version. Yep. I mean, it's spectacular in X-Plane. Granted, Microsoft Must-Fuss is... Yeah, it looks better. Looks... Well, you know, I kind of watched... I watched one of V1 Sim's YouTube videos yesterday. Flying Must-Fuss in Alaska, which, folks, as you all know, I do love flying up in Alaska. And while... Granted, he was mostly clouds, which, hey, welcome this time of the year in Alaska. It's a weatherman's easy job. Cloudy, temperature, 0. Pretty simple, okay. 32, because we're Fahrenheit. Pretty simple forecasting. But when he did break out, folks, the scenery itself, the ground, looked phenomenal. I don't know what it is about the weather machine in Microsoft. I just really don't like it. And I hope X-Plane does not go that route. If that's what they mean by this volumetric clouds, they didn't look real at all. And that actually deterred me from Must-Fuss. Because I don't know, it's just something about those clouds there that, oh man, I was like, that ain't right. Maybe it is in Alaska, who knows? But it just didn't look right. What we have in X-Plane 11, I like. Now I'd like to see them for thunderstorms to go higher than 20,000 feet, especially down here in Southern America, in South U.S., because they tower to 50,000 easily. And with Active Sky, I did get that with Microsoft's Century of Flight. Since then, the default's just kind of, okay, you're at this level, so the clouds are between 5,000 higher, 5,000 lower. So I'm hoping in that case they fill it, but don't change the texturing too much. You know, I would like to see that too. Now I know there's Hawker 125 and I are gonna be testing something here soon. What was it called? Share My Cockpit, I think it is. Don't get me, I may have said it wrong. Let me check. Let me rephrase that. He would like us to test this out. Where is it? It's right up here somewhere. It's Sky 4 Crew. It just says shared cockpit, so I don't know much about it. Other than it looks like there's a trial version and there's a where you buy it, and it's still in beta, so I don't know good or bad or what with it. But we're gonna of course do it offline. Smart Co-Pilot. Steve 10163, welcome. Haven't seen you much. It's nice to see you back in the stream. Back when FSX first came out, and I know I'm cussing to a lot of people, it really irritated them, FSX. I actually got a new computer and it actually became, I enjoyed it more. I mean, it was really a nice sim for me. Orbix, you know, you had to build it up. Smart Co-Pilot. No, okay, you guys are going to make me have to click in. Hang on. Where's my phone? It's easier to click in there. Dink, dink, dink. It is downloading Smart Co-Pilot. You're right there, Steve. Thank you. Yep, that was it, Smart Co-Pilot. And we'll give it a try, see what it's like offline. But anyway, I did this with a group with way back in 2008 or 9. The only problem I had with sharing the cockpit, granted we're talking infancy there, both with FSX, but the whole concept. One pilot really didn't get, depending on the aircraft, really didn't get to do much. So it looks like in some of the streams I've seen, more interaction comes together so long as you all have the same plane, same this, that, and the other. So me and Hawker 125 will give it a try here soon. If it looks good, we'll give her a try around St. Louis here or somewhere, who knows, and see how it works out with streaming. Because the other problem comes in with is the voicing. You got to make sure, for me at least, everyone on Discord has to be on headsets or we get a nasty echo. Oh, very cool. So both cool. Yeah, we'll have, you know, I'll get into that. And we'll give it a shakedown and see how it'll work out. The big problem also we have to overcome is he doesn't like using a headset, where that's all I have. And the echo is unreal for flying it on a stream. I think we've leveled off, folks, so let's get in here and do the level off checks. We sure have. We'll go ahead and go to X pilot or X checklist for that. Yeah, there is a ton. Cruise procedure, transponder, TCAS, we want to be below. Well, that wasn't what I wanted. Sometimes why I don't like using these. Which one's below? That one. Okay. And seatbelts off. And we're going to do our first system check. All right, so here, let me move into the center more here. Now, what is a system check? Basically, I'm going to pull this eCam out so we can see it, and we're going to go through each and every one of these buttons to make sure everything is as it should be. Engine looks good. Okay, there's our bleed air. Not 100% from what I understand from people, but it looks good to me at least. Everything's green. Cabin pressure looks good. Electrical, all looks good. Hydraulics, also in the green. fuel. Oh, we're slightly out of, oh, we're way out of balance. Hang on, let's go up top and let's remedy that. First thing we're gonna do is turn on the cross feed. See the valve moving, and you can see how the piping works. So to make this work, we turn these pumps off so these tanks come up through the pipe into both engines. And then we'll give that a little bit of time. It doesn't just suck it right down. So the cross feed here, all it's doing, there's this pipe that runs between the wings, and it could be multiple pipes, I don't know. But as I read the diagram, there's one pipe. You've just turned the transfer valve on, so that opens up that pipe so all the tanks are used on both engines. Then, by closing these pumps off, the engine here is now being fed by these tanks over here. Follow the line. When I close that and it's pointing straight up, it's not going through. So as long as it connects the lines, we're good. Okay, and we're about 100 off. And that's kilos, folks. All right, so while we're yeah, we'll go ahead and come back down here. We'll continue on with a couple more. Okay, the APU should be off. It is. Condition here. Everything looks good. Doors. Cockpit pressure. This is if we have to go on air. It's not the air system for the airplane. Just for the cockpit when they go on their masks. And the slides are armed. Covers are closed. Brakes look good. Everything looks good on our... So let's go back to fuel. Let's get that finished up. And all we're doing is just balancing it so both sides are even. We're about 50 away. As you can see, it does take just a little bit. Here, let's go ahead and do the status page. Normal, recall, nothing, clear, and fuel. Alright, so we're almost there. Let's go back up here. Now, if I was to close the transfer valve here, engine 1, theoretically, in a few seconds would run out of fuel, shut off. So what we're going to do is reverse the process here. Turn on engine 1 and 2 or left tank pumps, and then close the cross feed. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, there we go. Numbers are the same. We'll turn the pumps on. Everything appears to be fine. We'll shut down the cross feed. So see now how the piping is. It's just, if we had fuel in the center, yeah, it would be feeding. Otherwise, just these pumps feed pump 2, feed 1. Okay. And there we go, folks. And with that, I will be right back. Got to use the restroom and then get set up. Which A320? We are I didn't know there was multiples. The flight factor. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know there were multiples. If there are, I would sure love to know that. But yeah, we're using the flight factor. All right, and I will be right back, folks. All right, folks, we are back. Okay. So yeah, we just gifted a subscription over to It's Tira. Look forward to seeing you more on the streams, hopefully. And enjoy the 1 month at least of subscribing. Okay, looking at our weather into Sanford, looks like winds are going to be now 110 at 17, gusty. To 21. We got a few clouds to worry about at 4,800, but 6,000 and 8,000. 6,000 will be our ceiling, which is still good. 23 degrees Celsius and 33. So we're looking good weather-wise. Folks, it's like this all the way down. Now, one thing I did want to check on. Oh, we do not have Atlanta. I was worried that Atlanta would come up in that time frame. They did not. Looking at our nav display, it looks like we're crabbing pretty hard here, folks. Oh yeah, we are showing it. Look at that. But hey, we're making good headway down that way, so as we scoot on down Alabama, Georgia, and such to Florida. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good, folks. Looking at our estimated here, we're just under an hour, 52 minutes out. Now, let's kind of start thinking about that, the arrival, shall we? Put it in here. All right, for the arrival into here, I'm going to just clear one chart out of here. Okay. All right, so let's bring the charts in, shall we? Okay, you can see where we're at here. We're headed down here. This is where the Shrek arrival starts. Okay, so what we'll be doing, folks, as I bring up the Shrek, we're coming down from Big D. Got a 92-mile run to Eater. Wand, I don't think any of these are in there, so let's pull up the FMC and verify. Because I don't think I have altitude restrictions. No, it does not look like it. Okay. Yeah, we're just Big D to Shrek. Well, that's just wrong. Alright, so... sometimes I don't get these, so EAT, we'll put them in there. EAT TR. Then after that, we'll go up one. Actually, let's go ahead and clear it out. Then we'll put in WAND, W-A-N-D. Let's try that again. Put it in the wrong spot. Double D. There, we got it in line. And there we go. Okay, coming into Shrek. Stinky is just expect vectors. I don't show any sign of... Oh, okay. So the chart says from Shrek. Okay, so we got to get down to Shrek. So it's Big D to Eater to Wand to Shrek. Then it's Shrek to Stinky on a 130 heading. It's 10 miles. Then 115 to the final approach course for 9 left. That's our arrival runway. Can't get rid of this one, unfortunately. Alright, so real quick up here at the top, DME, IRU, or GPS is what's required here. RNAV 1. Everything altitude-wise, which there weren't any. Inches of mercury. And there's our ATIS. May or may not work. Okay, 9 left. Okay, so ILS or localizer for the 9 left approach. Again, here's our ATIS. These may or may not be true when we come in. Sanford Tower and ground are on these channels. Okay, so we're going to be looking for, as we get closer, this localizer, ISND 108.9. We'll do a RADNAV. Oh, it's already in there. Front course 95. Okay. Okay, now at Olnif, which is 6.5, and it's got the treasure chest X. We need to be on glide slope and at 1600 MSL. Decision altitude is 255 MSL and 200 feet above ground level. Here's our missed approach. Pretty much climb to 500, then while climbing left to 2000 on a heading of 080, we're going to intercept the Orlando VOR radial 33 out to Smyrna. And then hold. Okay, circling to runway 27, not authorized at night, local altimeter. Okay, so the visual glide slope off the Pappies may not match the glide slope in the ILS. This is what number 5 is saying. And we can control the light on 120.3. One of these times at night, I'm going to give it a shot. What the heck? Okay, so here it is, folks. We're set up for the UGMAH, UGMAH. It's 12.5 miles out. And as you can see down here, at or above 2,000 feet. Also, Orlando 12.2. So I could hardwire that in. Because it works out a lot of the fixes here. For now, we won't. All right. And then we'll proceed to Ulnif, which is 1,600 feet, and then in for the arrival. So at or above 2,000. All right, so from Ulnif to the missed approach point, 1.9 miles out. I'm gonna guess we're gonna be right here at about 1:30 on our approach. So about 2:10, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Likewise, about 700 feet a minute to achieve that 3-degree glide slope. Okay, Malzer is the lighting approach system into here, and Pappy's will be on our left. Here's the minimums, folks. For this approach, the METAR has to read a ceiling, broken, overcast, or 255 or higher. So if it's 02, guess what? That's 200 feet, folks. No. 003, we can come in. Okay, if we have all of the approach lights, Mulzer, fully running, half-mile visibility. Okay. And we're running on Sanford's METAR. Okay, then if we lose the lighting system, 3/4 of a mile and so forth with the rest. Okay, now if we're on the executive altimeter setting, so that's a few miles south of us, then our minimum comes up to almost 300 feet. So, yeah, but we still get the half mile. So there you go, folks. That gives you a full rundown of the charts. What I'm going to do is bring over TopCat now. We didn't use it for takeoff, but we'll go ahead and set it up for landing. Nope, not 9 center, 9 left. Okay, we're on a dry runway. I always set it to auto and medium. Okay, and so we're looking at 110 at 17. We saw that 23, 10, 20, well, 30, 33. We're on a dry runway, so let's compute. Okay, so let's see, 130, pretty close. Actually, we could have gone off the numbers for 140. So that's because we're running a full load. All right, so 131, 136. I think we just crossed Lagrange, and we are now direct. Yes, YUESS. Okay, so that'll give you the speeds 131, 136 for now. And folks, there you go. The arrival brief is complete. Top of descent is 215 miles away. So any questions, comments, let me know. You want anything to talk about, folks, bring it up in the chat room. We'd love to chat with you. But we are Oh, we are, like I said, 200 miles out from the top of descent, and I might bring us down a little early. So, welcome everyone aboard the channel. Hope you all enjoy. Feel free to click follow. We'd love to see you on our next trip tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to, hang on a second, I'll get it exact here as soon as I get it up. Come on, there we go. We are going from San Francisco to KSTL, St. Louis, Missouri. It's about an 1,800 mile trek across the country in the 747-200. Expect about a 4.5 hour run. So getting things ready, getting myself back up to snuff, fuel procedures and all. Oh, wait a minute, that's Thursday. Correction. All right, back to pull the needle back. Tomorrow we're in the 767 out of Salt Lake for Oakland, and if time permits, maybe another flight out there. So we'll have to see though how time permits. Got ahead of myself trying to get to that flight. But yeah, we're going to be going Salt Lake City, Utah. Hope to see you all there. So if you click follow, you'll know when we go online. And it's going to be around 16Z, which is 11 o'clock daylight time, Central Daylight Time here in the States. All right, we are making our way towards Florida. Currently showing about 35 minutes out, folks. So now would be a good time, since I'm thinking about it, to put a prediction in. Oops. For the landing. And it's very simple, just like I did there. An exclamation mark, the word predict, put a space in there, and then a negative number. So, and we'll see who gets to be the closest. But yeah, we are slowly working our way through Georgia here to get into Florida and begin to set up for this approach. Okay. Let's take a look here into my emails. I know something just came out from X-Plane. All right. Oh, looks like X-Plane put out what they have in stock. Looks like the Honeycomb Alpha yoke and Bravo throttle. Curious what the Alpha Bravo bundle will cost me. That's what I kind of figured. Through the X-Plane store, the bundle, getting both the throttles and the yoke, $500. It's, you know, really when you think about it, that's actually on par with other sets. Now there is a kit that you can buy to put on your throttles to make it look like an Airbus, make it look like a Boeing 74, 777, you know the rest. Again, you pay for each of those, and there's an improved one that I was watching yesterday. You can get through Etsy from another person out there. So, but yeah, $500 will get you going with the yoke and the throttles. Looking at rudder pedals, because you'll obviously need those. So yeah, I mean, it's going to cost you easily a good $600, folks, by the time it's all said and done. At least for me to outfit from my HOTAS setup that I use to yoke, throttle, and foot pedals. Which is okay. We're actually quite comfortable the way we are. So let's dig down a little deeper. I thought I had. Nope, I don't see him. Okay, no big deal. So, there you go, folks. If you're interested in them, they're about $500 just for the yoke and throttles. So, and they look really good, folks. What I've seen, people using them. A couple of simmers also have an Airbus stick, and now there's actually a tiller out there. So that's kind of interesting. I guess you could put the tiller sideways to be a Boeing, like it is up against, on the wall. So pretty interesting stuff out there right now for you. As for buying any aircraft or scenery, now scenery I might buy. Aircraft, probably not, due to the fact we're just way too close to X-Plane 12, I think. Even though I don't have any information on when it's coming out, I doubt he'd ever give it to me. But if he did, that would be awesome. But if I was a guessing man, late summer, early fall. Only because that puts it into the Christmas season. And for those of you that go by quarters, that would be the middle, late third quarter, early fourth quarter. Again, mainly gets it out there just before Christmas, so everybody starts buying up all their add-ons. Okay, let's get back in the office here, folks, via the cabin. All right, looks like the Gulf of Mexico is ahead of us. We're going to be making a turn here, though. Wait a minute. That or it's X-plane scenery doing what X-plane scenery does to me, because it'll be a left-hand turn, or right-hand turn, which will take us down Florida. And I'm pretty sure we're not seeing the Atlantic that quick. Maybe, but I doubt it. All right, so we should be making that turn, headed to Big D next. And then shortly thereafter, on to the arrival. So sit back, relax, folks, for the next few minutes and enjoy the music. Prepared? Yeah, it does. It has it's basically FSX updated to 64-bit. So you're going to notice it a lot like that. Now, there are some improvements to the scenery. And, of course, the developers have improved the aircraft as well. But I just never was sold on Prepared. And that's why I never went. Right now, I'm not sold 100% yet on. Yesterday's watching there of V1 Sim could make me begin to think about it, but I'm, that Airbus he flew, the fly-by-wire, that was pretty good. But holding out, we'll see. I'm waiting for PMDG to finally pull the trigger and bring the fleet over instead of just the DC-6. To me, all I see in Microsoft is a lot of eye candy. Now, Prepared, there are pluses and minuses in it. I'm sticking with X-Plane right now, and I'm probably going to hold off on Microsoft. Who knows? I may never go over. But Hawker 125 will tell you, I came kicking and screaming over to X-Plane. I was not wanting to come. The last time I flew it, it was not. It was not something I wouldn't have even, how you just put that there. Some people say Musfuss is more of a game. X-Plane is more of a simulator. Yes and no. If you like GA aircraft, if you like the Cessnas, you like the TBM, even the twin that I flew Saturday, the Navajo. You're in your element there. Other than the fly-by-wire, it just like they've totally left the airliners in the dark. And that's why I'm not coming over. And I'm hoping when PMDG pulls the trigger and lets the aircraft loose, then it will become a decent simulator for all, not just GA. X-Plane, though, way back when I tried this, it would have been 2008, 7 or 6. Whew. Forget it. It was a game. It looked horrid. And, I mean, folks, those of us that remember A Century of Flight, not the greatest scenery, but it was probably the best solid sim Microsoft put out. It looked better than that X-Plane 6 that I flew. Shortly after X-Plane 8 came out and I heard the scenery changed, but the airplanes were still horrid. And that's why I wouldn't come, you know, and it took a lot of coaxing to get me into X-Plane. And now I'm here. It's going to take a lot of coaxing to get me out of it. Long story short there, so. All right, so looking at the nav display, folks, let me bring that out for you. That hockey stick is top of descent with just outside 60 miles. Let's get in here and program up for descent. So for that, we go to the perf page, click next, next, and then let's see, Sanford currently is 3033, so we have to type it the way you see it. So 30.33. Temperature 23 still. (110), it's 17 for the winds. And everything's looking good. MDA. Now, that's what we're going to run with. I think it was 255, yes. And here's our speeds for clean, 211. After that, that's where the green dot is. Slats, 190. Flap full out, 147. So let's pull in Top Cat. Do a final update on here. Okay, update. 3033, 27. And we're good. Okay. And we're within a knot or two of each of them. Approach, I've got 136 on Top Cat. VLS 132, 131, that's good. We're going to need about 4,000 feet of runway, folks, to get her stopped under medium brakes. Okay, so that looks good. We're programmed in, and 48 miles to go. Actually, we're going to flip them around. And let's go ahead, run that descent. Okay. Star. Okay. Nav aids. Okay, let's get those. Remember I said I wanted to put one in. Let's see if I can do this. ORL. And we'll leave the coursing. Do I need to put those in? 336 for now. Okay. And then it'll go 35. So yeah, we'll be able to watch it. Okay. ILS frequency and course is correct. Okay, let me see here. I'm just kind of... Okay, auto brakes, we'll go with medium. Okay. Okay, we're set there, folks. To get that weather radar up 3 units. Okay. All right, we're ready to descend. Okay, folks, now would be a good time to again put those predictions in as we are about to start down here. "12 miles. Oh, it does help. Coming down to 3. And there we go. Descent started.
Yes, sir.
Now, give you a little, what little I know about this plane. This blue squiggly line, okay, is this green dot? Let's get them both up here. The green dot is your managed descent angle. So when that is in between these two lines, folks, you're right on target on your descent. Now, we'll again meet up with that at this blue squiggly line. So once we cross that, this will be managed and will nose over even more probably. And there you go, folks, getting an idea what we have left. We're in this area right here, folks. Working our way down to Wand, then Stinky, and then we'll continue till we grab the ILS. Okay, now this should be Jacksonville. It gets real fun down here, folks. Miami, Jacksonville, kind of slug it out who gets what airports. Orlando and Tampa appear physically in Miami's airspace, but coming in from the north, in the real world, you'll never talk to them. In the simulator world, you might for your landing clearance. Okay, and as you can see now, I just happened to look down. See the green dots? Now within the line, we are doing good on our descent. That is where the computer computes the best angle to come down to meet 3000. With any constraints that may already be in the flight plan itself. Because, you know, many stars, you have to get to this altitude, then to this altitude by here, this altitude by here, and so forth. Those are built in here, and you'll see those written out under them if there were any. Okay, so let's pull Sky Vector away. Alex 4571, welcome aboard. Hope you're having a great day. Wow, this has got to be a first. I usually am not high on the airspeed here. Usually I'm down in the ear, so let's get a little bit of speed brake action going here. Okay. All right, folks, we are now 24,000 feet, and we are descending to Eater and then on in. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I really don't show any altitudes. Now, when are we going to click the, some people ask, when do you click activate approach? I'll do it probably near Stinky or the initial to the approach, because I don't want to drag the aircraft in at 147. I want to make sure I'm managing the speed and all of that. So let's see, we've got our descent is managed. And we're going to have some clouds. Now, according to Sim Toolkit, we're 10 minutes out. Big back, welcome aboard. Turn those down a little. I think you woke up the dead with that. Okay. Well, welcome aboard, sir, again. Here we go, into the clouds. I didn't see any mention of rain or anything, so we just must have a heating of the day cloudiness.
18,000 feet.
Okay, let's start there. Let's make sure 30, 30, still 30, 33, 53. Yeah, it's going to be changing here shortly. Okay, so let's a little more with these checklists. All right, so passing 10,000 is what we're gonna get on the approach. It's like a beautiful day at the theme parks, folks. Okay, there's Wand, headed to Shrek, and then working our way. Now, I'm wondering, let me look at something real quick. Nope, it's not what I thought. I was thinking if that's where Disney and them were, but no, that's... I don't even know. Would be further out here. Dang it, I do that every time. Forget to turn that off. Okay, so... Alright, let's get the speed brakes out and get this thing slowed down. Tilt up 5 units now.
feet.
Okay. It's really hard to tell what lake that's to, but Disney World is out in the distance, along with the other theme parks. Okay, now I have taken over the speed. So, and that's what the speed is I like, because it keeps me, for the most part, under where the, when you run a, ACARS program, it gives you that 10 knot buffet before it overruns it. All right, we are just about over Stinky. And that's when we go to 115. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, we're in the Leesburg area. So we got a ways. We're just, let's see, we're probably, 30 miles out. Awesome. Starting your, went to Munich, or yeah, Munich. I know it's pronounced differently. Okay. Let's see this real quick. All right, so we're going to head to UGMA direct. How do we go direct in an Airbus? Very simple, folks. Come up here, select direct to, we're going to there. insert, and the airplane will turn. Now you can see us direct. While we're here, let's go ahead, go activate, confirm. That puts us in the mode. So if I click this, we're going to begin slowing to 148. Now, I got somebody that tells me I always say it was wrong. He lived... Was he there in Ramstein area? Or was he else? I think he was closer to Spangdahlem. But he said I always pronounce Munich is supposed to be like Munchkin or something like that. So I tell him it works for me. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and we'll just keep it here and we'll... All right, folks, so welcome in. Hope y'all enjoyed the ride here. About a two and a half hour run. If you like seeing the Airbus, the Zibo, the 747, the 76 from Flight Factor, click follow. That way you'll know when we go live and what aircraft we're flying. We do from time to time fly the Navajo, the King Air, the Citation. Caravan hasn't been seen in a while. Might have to bring that up here soon. So, folks, come aboard, click follow, and that way we can see you on future trips. You'll get an email. That is the most it costs you. Now, if you click subscribe, then that's the going rate that Twitch has out there. All right, we're leveling off at 3,000. I'm going to slow this up to 180. It appears the localizer is alive. Now, oh, both are. There they are. See, the diamonds are right there. So what I'm going to do, simply click approach. And I'm not going for 2 because I will be disengaging. Real quick. 30-32, okay. Flaps 1. Arm up the spoilers. They already were. And guess what? We are on the localizer, folks. Now I'm going to slow to 160. I'm using the level flight here, folks, to help with the speed management. The original Big Mac has 199 for a prediction. All right, looking for the runway. Flaps 2. Gear down.
$2,500.
runway in sight. And Sanford traffic, Mac Air 572, we are approximately 7 mile final, 9 left for Sanford, type Airbus. Okay, one last look down here. 136, okay. Flaps 3. And a runway is in sight. Let's go flaps full. Cabin's ready, spoilers armed. Last checklist up here till we land. Plane's mine.
One thousand.
Again, 110 at, what was it, 11 gusts to 17. Getting a little low, so we'll pull up here. Yes, we're still running on managed thrust. Again, you see how the visual cues are off. I'm going to visual. Runway in sight, stable landing.
500. 400.
Nice GA traffic.
100 above. 300.
300.
Minimum. 200.
200.
Continue landing.
100.
100.
50.
50.
40.
40.
30.
30.
20. Retard.
20.
10. 5.
10.
Okay, folks, I don't know how we did yet, so let's disarm the speed brakes real quick, flaps up, clean up. Weather radar off. Welcome to Sanford, folks. Flaps are up. All right, looks like, well, I'll look at that here in a second. Let me figure out where we're taxiing to here. Come in on Lima. Okay, got the flap open. Okay, oh. Short 9 Charlie, just make sure nobody's there. Okay. Okay, let's see where we're headed. Well, they're not numbered like they are on my chart, so that's not good. The second jetway. Gate 11. It's going to get interesting here, folks, is when Allegiant gets the available. Okay. Give it about a minute here, and then we'll shut them down. They're due to get the Maxes, 737 Maxes here soon. And when they get those, it'll be interesting to see down here. All right, we can shut them down. Okay. Forget which one's the cockpit door. There. Curious. Okay. And I like this part, trying to figure out which one. Okay, and go ahead and get the ground power out here. All right, so we're going back to the panel up here, get everything else shut down. Okay, this is where this gets in the way. Okay. So I need to get this out of the way again. Tax gate, call that west. There you go, folks. Welcome into Orlando. All right, let's close this out. All right, let's take a look here. We landed, I thought I saw 318 feet a minute. There we go. All right. Let's get everything shut down here. We're going to do a rewind, take a look at this. Let me get this. All right, so the ACARS is taken care of. It's Volanta. "300 feet a minute," okay. And wow, we're looking at it. Let me get Sim Toolkit real quick. Let's go to landing data reports. All right, let's see. Oh, they had me on 9 center. Useless. Yeah. Okay, well, that's not good. All right, so let's go back to flight summary, finish the flight, okay it. Right, but we got 318 feet, we've got it loaded. And now we can roll it back, that's the best we're gonna get. Close you up for now. Oh, I gotta come off this, hang on, let's see if anyone was following us. Oh, I'm looking at Orlando. I'm like, wait a minute, where is this traffic? Okay, I'm not seeing anyone, so let's take this backwards, shall we? Okay, before it would kick us off. Now we can go backwards. Okay, so here we go, folks. Obviously, the autopilot has it because it's nice and stable. But let's see what we can learn from this. Flaps are full. Actually, I didn't wobble around a lot. Okay, we're a little off the center line. Not bad, though. That was a good landing, folks. All right, we'll take it. Okay, let's look at that again. Folks, that is just, I mean, a little bit of a float at the end, but that was not bad. Take a look at a couple of wing views. Little solid thud there. That wasn't bad. Now we'll watch her come in on the tower, folks. I want to thank you all for flying with us today. It's been a great fun. Look at that Allegiant in front of us. Oh, you gotta love it. Folks, it's been fun. Always is here on the sim. Dave Rendor, welcome. Thanks for the great landing there. Let's see who we can find out there to send this over to. Well, we only have B Mint out there, so I think we'll send you over to her. She's not sure what that is. But she's really good. Hope she'll enjoy. Again, thanks for flying with us. I hope you all have a great day. And we see you all tomorrow. God bless. Good night, all.